guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. What a season we've had with these all-time records. Take a look. Season to date, Alta really on the precipice of 900 inches. That's an all-time record. Brighton not far behind. Snowbird 809. Number of Sierra resorts setting all-time records as well. Kirkwood, Mammoth, over 700 inches. They've never been in that territory as far as records have been kept. Palisades, Tahoe at about 700. Down the list, Jackson Hole on the verge of 600 right there. Wolf Creek at almost 500 inches. Steamboat at about 440, 450. Those are very good numbers for Colorado as well. Parts of the San Juans in Colorado, some of the highest snow water equivalency readings on record for the snowpack there. Vails at 337. Down the list, Loveland ended up at about 250 inches. Let me show you my spider chart. Odds of best snow next 5 to 7 days. There's a few areas. This is a shifting storm track right now. The jet's moving back to the north. It's going to favor the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia, and the northern tier, specifically parts of Montana, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia. Those are the areas that I think are more favored for snow bullseyes than anywhere else. Those are the areas that have more purple and are higher on the web in my forecast. Let me show you a few bullet points here. So overall, we're talking about a pattern shift to the north, not unusual as you hit the month of April. There may be a cutoff low that comes south on or after 412 that affects California, Utah, Colorado. We'll see if that happens, but it's possible on or after 412. Before that happens, overall, again, the bullseyes are going to be Montana, Wyoming, Pacific Northwest, and British Columbia. All right, let's talk about Alta. So Alta is at 880 inches for the season. They have a 235-inch base. There are the numbers. So 877, 234 on the base. That's an incredible amount of snow. We'll have to see what the spring melt looks like in this area. Really depends on how hot it gets and how quickly. But that's the view up at Alta right now. Really at the top of the list as far as the biggest snow numbers. I want to show you what the jet's going to look like further down the road. So this is 415. The northern branch dominates way up to the north. There's a little bit of a branch coming off, a little jet streak coming off that is supporting that cutoff low. And you can kind of see it running through Utah and Colorado. The southern branch is still active, but it's way down over the Baja. Not really a player in the United States. Again, that's 415. Way down the road. Let me show you what the forecast radar and satellite's going to look like. So on Friday, you can see the actions on the west coast, Pacific Northwest, Tahoe North, and that dries up. And then it's really all just getting fired into the Pacific Northwest, British Columbia for a few days, and that's all. That's really where the action is in parts of Idaho, and that runs us through 411. You can see most of the Intermountain West stays quiet. In fact, it's sunny in Utah and in Colorado. All right, let's look at some numbers. So this is 4.6 through 4.15. Now, most of the time it's quiet in California, except for a little bit of snow on 4.7. Then we're going to have to wait for that cutoff low on or after 4.12. That's when most of that snow accumulation you see right there actually occurs. And the same actually holds true for Utah and Colorado. That accumulation doesn't happen until on or after 4.12. The biggest snow is going to be in the Tetons, in parts of Montana, the Pacific Northwest, and British Columbia. Those are the areas that will find the most reliable snowfall during that time frame. I have a completely blank map for the Northeast. I've got nothing coming with high pressure 4.6 to 4.15 in the Northeast. I mean, we're truly into spring skiing here anyway. I just don't have anything for this 9-day period roughly in the Northeast. So that's going to do it, guys. Really, the action is right here. It's in the west, it's the northern tier, and it's the Pacific Northwest. All right, this is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Take care. Always appreciate you tuning in here.